Jamie Dornan in tears. I threw away my family for Dakota, and I regret it for the rest of my life. In Los Angeles, the studio of the film magazine Verite Confidential seemed quieter than usual. Today was a special interview. No flashbulbs, no dozens of assistants surrounding him, no stylist adjusting each fold of his shirt. Just a man sitting quietly, his hand clasping a hot cup of tea, his eyes seemingly lost in thought. Jamie Dornan, the star of 50 Shades of Grey, the man who once made the world sway with his passionate eyes and charming appearance, today looked completely different. His eyes were dark, his beard was not well shaved, his voice was slightly hoarse like an old wound that had not healed. There is no specific topic for today's conversation, Jamie said softly, his eyes looking into the distance. But I came here because I needed to speak. Not to justify, but to admit. He paused for a moment. Then, as if someone had opened the door to a painful memory, he sighed and said, "The biggest mistake and regret of my life was leaving my family behind to be with Dakota Johnson. When the truth is not as beautiful as the movies, more than a decade ago, Jamie Dornan was every girl's man. He had a perfect private life with Amelia Warner, a talented female musician, and 3 lovely daughters. They were once one of the most beloved couples in the entertainment industry, private, warm, and away from scandal. But things began to crack since 2014, when Jamie took on the role of Christian Grey in 50 Shades of Grey, opposite actress Dakota Johnson. They once insisted that their relationship was just professional colleagues. But then, rumors spread. The way they looked at each other at press conferences, the extraordinary bond on set, and the intimate behind-the-scenes photos, all became topics for millions of people to talk about. Amelia was silent. She did not give interviews, did not speak on social media. But those close to her said that for months, she lived like a shadow, quietly, suffering, and in pain. Jamie continued to film the second and third parts of the series. During a business trip to Europe, paparazzi caught him and Dakota together at a small restaurant in Paris, on his wife's birthday, the day he had promised to be home. A few months later, Jamie moved out of the house. No press release, no explanation. Just the bare truth. His family was broken. Dakota's love affair, a halo or a dead end. After Jamie made public his relationship with Dakota Johnson, the whole world seemed to be divided into 2 sides. One half admired their courage in pursuing love, despite social prejudice. The other half condemned Jamie for betraying his wife and children, destroying the once praised family. Within a few years, Jamie and Dakota had become Hollywood's new power couple. They'd appeared on the Cannes red carpet together, starred in high-fashion campaigns together, and even had rumors of a film project in the works. But as Jamie shared in the interview, behind the spotlight was a less than pleasant reality. "I don't blame Dakota," he said slowly. "She's a wonderful, smart, energetic person. But the problem was that I got involved with her at the wrong time. I was carrying broken pieces, thinking I was in love, but I was running away." The first months with Dakota, he admitted, were a cosmetic infatuation. But then things settled down. When the flashbulbs went off, when the night fell and the silence settled in, he felt empty. "Nobody made me feel bad," he said. "I made myself a jerk." Jamie's nights crying alone. There are things we only see the value of after they've been lost. Jamie knew that, but it was too late. He shared in the interview, "I remember the mornings when my little girl crawled into bed and said, 'Daddy.' I remember the smell of the coffee Amelia made every morning. I remember the times we sat together and listened to her play the piano. It was all gone, not because they left me, but because I left them." He said that once, while filming in Iceland, in the middle of a vast white snow scene, the crew stopped for a break. He stood alone looking at the horizon. And for the first time in years, he burst into tears. I didn't cry because I was cold or lonely. I cried because I missed my kids like crazy. The door no longer opened. In 2023, Jamie tried to contact Amelia again. He sent a long letter, not asking to come back, but just asking to see the kids more often. Amelia replied politely, but firmly, "I have forgiven you in my heart. But that does not mean I will reopen the locked door." The answer was like another stab in the unhealed wound in Jamie. He shared, "Amelia did not get angry, did not blame. And because of that, I felt even more guilty. She did not need revenge. Her silence and calmness were the heaviest sentence for me." Quote,